RV Unplugged is brought to you by the National RV Training Academy, the largest RV technical career college, Alliance RV, RV Mattress by Brooklyn Bedding, Grand Design Recreational Vehicles, and the Jayco family of companies.
Okay.
Good.
All right.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah. Take two.
Hi, everybody. I'm Mike.
And I'm Susan.
And we are super excited to be here.
Yes.
To compete in RV Unplugged.
Right. We're both honored and excited.
We are.
And scared.
And scared out of our minds.
What are we gonna have to do to win the $10,000?
We're not super big boondockers. I'm not sure that we're going to be able to
We're
win
a little
this
bougie,
thing.
but we've had a night or two, where we've been unplugged.
But we've also spent quite a bit of time preparing to be here.
Right. I've done some research.
So we've done our research.
Yeah.
We've modified our rig. We are, we're as ready as we can be.
And we're super excited to be on the season premiere.
Yeah, absolutely.
I mean, we're looking forward to seeing how, this will bond us all together because, we will have shared something that no other RVers have shared, even if you caravan with other people. I think we're going to get dirty. I think we're
it's going to be awful.
I think we're going to have tears. I think we're going to have bonding moments, but it's going to be a really cool experience that we get to say we did for the first time.
Yeah, absolutely. We have a lot going on. We have our YouTube channel, which is the RV Blogger YouTube channel, where we shoot tons of videos where we tour and review RVs, which we really, really love to do.
Right.
It gives us a chance to share a little bit about if we owned this RV, how would we use it? How would we live in it?
There's a feature that's not very user-friendly. We might want to point that out.
Yeah, what we change about it. So we try to give a little bit of a unique perspective. And then we have our website, rvblogger.com, where when we first started learning to RV, we thought, let's share what we're learning as we go. And that has just grown exponentially, where we're at the point where we have 600 articles now on the website, all about different topics related to RVing. That we've sort of learned along the way and that we love to share with our readers. We also embed some of our YouTube videos into our articles because not all of our videos are about tours. We'll do a lot of how-to videos for folks that are maybe getting their first RV or want to learn how things work or how to do things. And then we started a couple of other websites as well. One of them is called traveltrailerpro.com. And that caters to folks that own travel trailers. And then we have Motorhome Facts, FAQS.com, that caters to folks that have either a Class A, a B camper van, or a Class C RV. Because we find that folks that own travel trailers camp very differently and have very different needs than those of us that camp in motorhomes. In addition to that, we also have our monthly digital video magazine, and that goes out on the first of every month. It's called RV Camping Magazine. Each month we feature on the front cover a very well-known RVer. Usually they're YouTubers, so people know of them. And it's a great way for folks to get to know them on a much more personal and intimate level and see what they're all about and what they're doing.
These people have been a great contributor to the RV community.
Absolutely.
Whether it's destinations, whether it's tips, whether it's recipes.
Organization skills.
So, they have some, very valid information that we think our audience would want to see.
Yep. And then we also cover topics like great destinations to go RVing. And then in the magazine, we also have that divided up. So we have an article for towable trailers every month. We have an article devoted for motorhome every month. And then we also have camper vans and truck campers. We just see those three areas of RVing as very different and specific in their own ways. And then finally, we have our private Facebook group called RV Camping for Newbies. And that is just a very fun group where you can go on there and get to know and meet other folks that are RVing.
Right.
A lot of people ask great questions. And we've had people go on there and ask a question like, hey, my refrigerator broke. This is what it is. This is what I have. And within minutes, literally minutes.
Right,
They'll
there are
have
dozens of comments and tips.
Yep.
We get people who have never even RV'd before, and they'll say thank you to the support of all the members in this group because you gave us the confidence to buy an RV, to travel. They send pictures with their kids out enjoying themselves.
Yep.
They can't wait till the following weekend. It's a awesome feeling to know that we're helping the RV community grow and support. And so that's a great feeling.
Yeah. Susan and I are from the Maryland area, and we met about 6 years ago, and we actually met on Match.com, of all places. We were both single parents.
Mm-hmm.
Susan has 2 daughters. Mm-hmm. I have 2 daughters, and we each
raised
our
single,
kids
right.
as divorcees, and we were both single parents. So
right.
We were on Match.com about 6 years ago.
I was just about to cancel my subscription. I was like, maybe this isn't going to work. And I got a little message.
Yeah. Well, and I had my radius set at 40 miles, and Susan literally lived like 39 miles away. So I always tease her, if you lived one more mile away, we would have never met. But we met there, and it turned out we had a ton in common.
We had so much in common. It was really crazy.
Yeah.
We started our vacation experience, kind of like many other couples where you would go to all-inclusive resorts.
Yes.
We
did that a couple times.
Right.
And then Susan finally had this amazing idea to take a vacation and cruise the PCH in California in a camper van. I was not an RVer then. Susan had been RVing
I've RV'd my whole life, yeah.
And so I'm like, this is a great idea. That it's something different. I started looking into it. I'm like, these camper vans, they don't really have bathrooms. Susan was like, well, you can rent an RV, and I had no idea. So we rented an RV for this 10-day vacation. Mm-hmm. All of our friends were like, you're going to spend 10 days in
I think we'd known each other like a year and a half.
Yeah, and you guys are going to spend 10 days together in an
19
RV,
foot.
in a 19-foot Class C RV.
Yeah.
It was the best 10 days of our lives.
Right.
They were life-changing 10 days.
Right.
And we came out of that, and I was bit by the RV bug. Mm-hmm. We bought an RV after that.
Well, and that all happened kind of, I wanted to buy an RV right away.
Yeah.
And he was like, well, you work weekends, it wouldn't make any sense, we'll just rent, it wouldn't be affordable.
Yep. We were both still working at the time.
Right, we had corporate jobs. It just so happened like a month later, I managed to get weekends off.
Yeah.
And within that week, I'm on Facebook Marketplace, and guess what I found?
So we bought a Class C RV.
Right. So we put together our money, and we, bought our first piece of real estate together. You even said when you came home from that vacation in California that going back to corporate life was going to be really hard.
Yeah, and I had a great job. Prior to doing RV Blogger and everything we do now, I was in the new home construction business, and I worked for several of the top 10 builders in the country, and I managed all of our sales and operations. I had teams that we coached and mentored, and right. You were in the news biz.
I worked for a local television station, so I was up at 2:30 in the morning and at work at 4 in the morning. We had way different lifestyles.
Yeah.
Having that experience of going out and stepping outside of Maryland, not that we hadn't before, it was just like, what are we doing? At that point, we knew, we had to shift control and escape.
Yes. Which happens to be our tagline.
Right. And change our perspective and what we needed to do. And at first we just thought it was just going to be a vacation life.
But then it became an obsession. And we were determined to learn and figure out a way where we could have a job on the road,
right.
which would allow us to travel and see the country because we
right.
just fell in love with it.
Right.
And here we are. We pinch ourselves every day.
Every day.
We're very, very thankful for the opportunity.
Not only were we able to quit our jobs, but again, just that experience of being able to share with others, even if it's the mistakes that we make along the way, because you learn more from your mistakes than you do your successes anyway.
Through all that experience, though, we've grown closer together. This past June, we got married.
Yeah, 2022 has been an amazing year for us.
It's been a crazy year. So we were together 6 years from when we first met in 2017, 16? Until we got married in 2022.
This year, my daughter graduated from college, and I quit my job.
Yep. And we got married.
And we got married.
Yep. And so now we're on the road doing our
Yeah.
thing, and it's just fantastic.
And we want to tell everyone out there that you can do that too. You're never too late. It's never too late to step outside your comfort zone. It's never too late to,
live the life you want
change
to
the
live.
career perspective. Like, wait a minute, I'm doing the same thing. I'm on the corporate hamster wheel every single day of my life, and I'm exhausted. And, I'm not spending the quality time with my family, and I'm bogged down with, chores and bills and responsibilities. And, just take a minute to ask yourself, what's going to bring you some joy? What is it that you might feel like you're missing in your life? Whether it's RVing or any other thing, you're never too old, it's never too late.
So Susan and I both were single parents. I think my kids were probably about 8 and 10 or 9 and 11 when, I became a single dad of 2 daughters.
My children were 1 and 7 when I divorced. It was quite the struggle. I was very lucky. My mom did move in with me because I had to work. And so, I was up at 2:30 in the morning, home by 1:30 in the afternoon, but I was dragging butt the entire day.
It was tough times, I grew up with 2 other brothers. I'd never had a sister. I didn't understand little girls, and that whole experience was really, really interesting, to say the least.
You're trying to do Girl Scouts and dance and gymnastics and softball and t-ball and soccer, but I wouldn't trade it for a thing.
We both sacrificed a lot during those years. It was hard to date. It was hard to go do whatever you wanted to do. I was very invested in my kids, and also I was working full-time plus trying to rise through the corporate ranks and do the best I could for my family. Along the way, I think I've tried to teach them a lot of good values, like the value of hard work and determination. Now we're trying to teach our kids a very different lesson. And
knowing that I grew up camping with my parents, and I had such fond memories of that. I said to my mom, I want to RV. Well, back then, I think we called it camp. I want to go camping. So I went and bought a pop-up, and that didn't last long because that was a lot of work for a single mother. And then we graduated to the travel trailer. But I wanted them to have those same experiences that I did, to be out and nature and make friends and play and see things. Like Mike said, it is hard because, you're trying to put food on the table at the same time where you're trying to be that both parent. And you hope that you do send the right message. You hope that you are there for them. Then they get older and you look back and you're like, I think I did. I think they got it.
I'm extremely proud of both of my daughters. They're very, very different people. Each one of them has taken on a different side of my personality. I've got one that's type A, spreadsheets, hard charger, and my other daughter is
The free spirit.
a little more of a free spirit. And but I couldn't be prouder of each one of them. They both have tried to take on their lives the best they can and live it the way they want to, and they're, I think they're happy and living life to the fullest that they possibly can, and that's all I ever wanted for them. And I could not be prouder of both of them, because I think they've both done that really, really well, and they've lived their lives as good, responsible people along the way as well, and that matters too.
My oldest daughter, she has a family now. I have 2 amazing grandchildren. I could not be more proud of what she has accomplished. Every milestone, every road bump, what she's accomplished. My youngest daughter just graduated from college. I know that was some tough times for her because she was trying to figure out what she wanted to do and what school she wanted to go, and then COVID hit. And so then there was a lot of the homeschooling, and she felt like she had missed out on a lot of things because of that. But she persevered and, continued on, and then graduated, and now she is an elementary school teacher, teaches first grade. And so you sit back. It takes a long time, it takes until they reach their adult years before you can look back and realize, oh, okay, I did all right. They're good kids. They have good heads on their shoulders. They're responsible. They're good humans. They're kind. And you feel like, because it was a blur. You probably will agree with me. Those 20 years are just kind of a blur.
Yeah.
And so, you just feel very grateful.
Hopefully, through this lifestyle, they're seeing that life is what you make it. Life can be what you want it to be. And I know it's weird to say that because outside circumstances happen. You can't control everything that happens in your life. But also you sort of can, and it's a weird line that you walk because random events happen, but you also can make your life the way you want it to be. And I've tried to teach my kids and instill that value in them, and especially living this lifestyle, they get to see us do this every day. They're just so thrilled. I say, hey, this is my time. I sacrificed for my kids, but now I've reached a point in my life where they're adults. They're taking care of themselves, and this is my time to do my thing.
So this is what we need you to do. We need you to vote RV Blogger.
We need your support.
Yes.
We can't do this alone.
Right. And let me just tell you, we're scared half out our minds. We have no idea what we're in for.
Man, that wind was not my friend up there. Good Lord. Blew that flag under the line.
We might make total fools of ourselves, but that's okay. And we want everybody else to have that same experience too. Go out, live life, make total fools out of yourself. But all we say is vote RV Blogger.
Join us on the show. You're going to see us probably make a lot of mistakes.
Yes.
I don't know how we're going to win this thing, but I'll tell you what.
We're here to have fun, but we're here to win.
We're going to have a great time, and we won't quit. That's for sure. We're going to give it our all, and we'll see where the chips fall.
Right.